Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are still discussing the question how to convey the message of Islam, how to reach out to others. In the last meetings, I discussed these keys. The first one, breaking the ice or building bridges. I talked about good first impression, sincere smile, good speech, mention benefits like seek the truth or let's seek the truth. Knowledge is power. Show love and respect to others. Show them that you love them, or out of love and respect, you would like to share this with them. Another thing, care and concern. Because you care, you share.
Yes.
Out of concern, I would like you to go with me to the masjid, inshallah, to pray with me in the masjid. Or let's know more about Islam if you talk with non-Muslims. Good conduct and treatment. This is another thing that we need to deal with others. We behave with others in a nice way. As the Prophet ﷺ told us, وَخَالِقِ النَّاسَ بِخُلُقٍ حَسَنٍ. Treat or behave or deal with others in a nice and gentle way. Now let me go to another key, another point. Names and backgrounds. I mean, try to know and use the names and background of your audience or those you like to invite to Allah. When you use their names, this is a special touch or a special link you make between you and them. For example, let's say, Brother Amr, could you please raise your hand? Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's smiling now. Just because I'm saying, Brother Amr. First time I say, Brother Ahmed.
Yes.
Please raise your hand. So when you mention names, you make a link. The Prophet ﷺ was doing a great job, an excellent job in using names. He was also using nicknames like Ya Aba Hurayra, Ya Aba al-Walid, Ya Aish. Aisha would say Ya Aish, like nickname. And he was using even with kids, Ya Aba Umayr, ماذا فعل النغير? Oh Aba Umayr. You see, he was using this even with kids, using names. Very, very important. Let me give you this example or this story. Do you remember the story of Dr. Raymond?
Yes.
I told you about at the beginning,
Yeah.
the first episode. Dr. Raymond, after, we finished the lecture. Let me give you the whole setting, the whole scenario. Before I started my presentation, I went to that place to give a presentation about the beauty of Islam. So before I started, I tried to know the names of those who were very close to me. There were about 200 people attending this lecture. There were doctors and nurses attending this lecture. So I introduced myself. My name is Naji. Please, what is your name?
Ahmed.
Say Ahmed. What is your name, please? Ahmed.
Yeah.
And then we have Muhammad.
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Amr.
Amr.
Muhammad.
Same thing I did with my audience in that presentation. So Dr. Johnson, Dr. Raymond, Dr. Steve, Dr. Muhammad. And then I also asked some nurses, please, what's your name? She said, my name is Stacy. The other nurse said, my name is Mary. This is fine, good. So I knew some of the names. I used them in my presentation. During my presentation, I was making a link with Dr. Raymond. Dr. Raymond, please, what is the meaning of Islam? And he said, Dr. Raymond said, the meaning of Islam is to believe in God. Good, this is fine. Okay, what's the meaning of Allah in Arabic? What is the meaning of Allah in Arabic? I mean, Allah, according to you, what is the meaning of this word? It says, Allah is the God of Arabs. Listen to that. He said what? Allah is the God of Arabs.
Yes.
Okay, I said, now we will discover more about these terms in this presentation. At the end of this presentation, Dr. Raymond came to me and shook hands with me, said, thanks for using my name. Among the doctors and nurses, you referred to my name. I appreciate it. And he told me about his story. You remember the story I told you about?
Yes.
That he hated Islam because of the person who pulled the translation of the meanings of the Quran from him. He said, I hated Islam because of that. So now he is coming to me and saying, okay, now, alhamdulillah, he is getting just a good new impression. Just because of what?
Mention the name.
Mentioning his name. I made a link between me and him. Another example. I was in a hotel. I asked a person working there, I said, please, what's your name? He says, my name is Shiva. Shiva. Oh, I said, oh, Shiva, you mean Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu? Oh, how did you know about that? How did you know about that? Just using his name, I gave him some background about God in Hinduism. They believe in Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. So I made a link with that person just because of what? Using his name and knowing something about his background. So this is another key, using names. How about backgrounds? Brothers, my dear viewers, when you talk to, for example, a non-Muslim, you talk to, for example, to a Jew, or a Christian, or a Hindu, or might be an atheist. So their backgrounds will help you in the way of approaching them. You see this point? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
When you talk to a Christian, and you know that he is a Christian, you can use a certain approach. When you talk to an atheist, you might use a different approach.
Yes.
Because, the Christian believes in the existence of God. But that atheist does not believe in the existence of God. So this is a different issue you might like to discuss with him. So knowing the backgrounds is very important. And you know the story of the Prophet ﷺ when he sent Mu'adh to Yemen. And he told him, you go to a people of book, the first thing that you need to tell them about is, the hadith, all details. So knowing names and backgrounds is very important. Brothers, that talking to a child is different from talking to an adult. Talking to a woman, for example, you can touch upon certain issues relating to the woman, right? Is different from addressing men. Dealing with a religious person is different from dealing with a layman who has no knowledge. You see the point? So knowing the background is very important. Let me conclude talking about this point by this story. A couple of years ago, an Indian was brought to an Islamic center to know about Islam. This Indian was, brought to the Islamic center to know about Islam. So the brother, the daawah, the one who works, in daawah, he spoke with him about the status of Jesus in Islam. The status of Jesus in Islam. After about 30 minutes, this Indian person said, I am Buddhist. What are you talking about? Jesus in Islam, so what? It means nothing to him. He is a Buddhist. So he has nothing relating to Christianity. So knowing the background is very important. Very important. So let's listen to them. Listen to him. What's your name? Where are you from? Could you please tell me more about yourself? So listen to others. This is a good key to know more about their background. Another point. Helping, serving, and visiting others. To win their hearts, to reach out to others, to attract their attention and their concern. Help them. Try to help others. Reach out to others by giving food or sometimes money or just visiting them. Brother Muhammad, Brother Ahmed, I miss you. Where were you? I says, he might say, I am sick. So you can go to the hospital to visit him. For example, you deal in the company, in your company where you work, you deal with Johnson or John. And for a couple of days you did not see him. You can give him a ring. You call him, Mr. John, I miss you. Where were you? You show what? That you care.
Yes.
You visit him. You go to them. They might need some help. It can be a simple, very simple help. You can do it, like a translation. I need a translation for this letter or this report. So you say, yes, I can do it. This is my major. Good. So these are some of the keys that we can use to win hearts of others. Quickly, I would like one of you, brothers, to mention just 5 keys, and I have a small gift for you. But let me do it after the break. جزاكم الله خير.
We are covering the manners in Islam that a Muslim is supposed to have in Islam.
There is a strong link between having good manners and piety. And then he said, I guarantee a dwelling in the highest rank of Jannah for the one who perfects his manner. That indeed, truthfulness leads to piety, to righteousness. And righteousness and piety leads to Jannah.
The Prophet ﷺ used to always maintain family ties.
Gentleness in Islam means to treat people with kindness and with tenderness.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome back to the program. Before the break, I asked a question: who can mention 5 keys for winning hearts? Just to, summarize what we mentioned before. So who would like to answer this question? Brothers. Yes, Brother Muhammad.
We can win the hearts of others by breaking the ice, leaving good first impression.
Good.
Showing them love and respect.
Great.
Helping, serving, and visiting them. And through good conduct and kind treatment.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
May Allah reward you. Thank you. Thanks for your participation. So these are some keys that we can use. when we deal with Muslims or non-Muslims, to win their hearts, to accept what we would like to give. If they, don't like you, they will not accept anything from you, right?
Yes.
Brother Muhammad, you told me before, good statement. Could you please repeat it?
That statement stresses the importance of heart and sincerity.
Mhm.
It says what comes out from the heart, it reaches the heart, and what comes out of the tongue, it only goes from one ear and is out from the other.
Mhm. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now there is another, effective way, effective method, or effective key that we can use in winning hearts. That is giving a gift. This is another way. So we try to practice it, to give that gift to Brother Muhammad, and look at his face. Look at his face. Look at the face of Brother Muhammad, mashallah. He is smiling, mashallah, because he got a special gift. So we can use this key in inviting others to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether before or after. Sometimes you give him a gift to bridge or to build a bridge between you and him. You see? And then after a couple of days, you give him a small short message. And then you start a good relationship with him. Or you can give gifts, and this is actually what I found very effective. When you go to give presentations to others, Muslims or non-Muslims.
Yes.
When I go to give presentations, may I get your gift?
Okay.
Jazakallah khair. So when I go to give presentations on Islam to non-Muslims, I take some gifts with me. I tell them up front from the beginning that I have some gifts for you. If you participate with me, I will ask some questions at the end. If you answer the questions, I will give you gifts. They start smiling. Believe me, I can see that in their faces. Some of them start shouting. Some women start shouting, wow. Let me tell you this quick story. A couple of months ago, I went to a place to give a presentation. And it's a clinic. It is a clinic. The nurses did not like, to attend that lecture. Because the boss, the manager, told them, go and listen to the presentation. So when they saw me, like they say, Mutawwa, Sheikh, this Muslim, what does he want from us? You can imagine where they are coming from. So when I started talking about, the topic at hand, I felt that they were not comfortable. I could feel that they are not comfortable. So I said, okay, I will stop here. There is no lecture. I will stop here. I will not give you a lecture. But I have some gifts with me here I would like to distribute, to give away. So they started smiling. So, okay, now let me ask the first question. What is the meaning of Islam? One of them said, it means peace. Good answer. Here we go. She was very happy. She was very happy. So they got participating. They started to participate with me. So I said, there is no lecture. But I reached my message, or I conveyed my message indirectly through questions and through gifts like this to Brother Muhammad. Thanks, Brother Muhammad. Jazakallah khair. Okay, so this is another key, using gifts. The Prophet ﷺ, the role model, our example, he was giving gifts, giving many things to the leaders of the tribes, to contain their hearts, to get their hearts, to win their hearts. As one statement that the Prophet ﷺ كان يعطي عطاء من لا يخشى الفقر, that the Prophet ﷺ was given like as if he did not fear any poverty. He did not fear from poverty. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So even as some narrations say, if he was asked about his own clothes, he will give his clothes. You see how he was very generous? The Prophet ﷺ, very, very generous. So when you are generous with others, you will win their hearts. So this is another effective key or another effective tool that we can use in giving dawah or reaching out to others. Okay. Now we go back to what? What do you see?
The heart.
The heart.
Again, we go back to the heart.
Yes.
Very important. If you are happy, you can. If you are happy with someone, you can listen to him, right? But you are not happy. If you hate him or dislike what he says, you will lock. You remember the locks?
Yes.
You go back to the locks.
Yes.
But alhamdulillah, now we don't have any locks here. Do you see any locks?
No.
Now I ask brothers, I ask also our dear viewers there, after doing these things and others, I understand that there are other keys, but I am selecting some of them. So when you have good first impression, you have good attitude towards others, a positive attitude towards others. When you smile in the face of others, when you say something good, I love you, I respect you, out of love, out of concern. I would like to share this with you because I want, inshallah, all of us, you and I will go, inshallah, to Jannah. How about that? So if you use these tactics or these keys, good conduct, nice treatment, and finally we mentioned what? The gift. These all will, inshallah, help us to reach out to others. Now I'd like to have kind of discussion with the brothers here. Do you have other keys that you'd like to suggest, please? Are there any keys to win hearts that you may come up with, please? Yes, Brother Amru?
It's very important. In fact, it's about the point of find the link or bridging the gap between you and the others.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to touch the heart of the other, to find that link. It's a very good start, in fact.
Great.
Last year I was in Medina.
Mm-hmm.
I was in some of the hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the Bengali boys were working there.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them, one day I told him, Amar Shunar Bangla.
Mm-hmm.
This is, by the way, the national anthem of
Mm-hmm.
Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm.
He was amazing. Oh, what is that? How did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from? He
Mm-hmm.
was very happy. So find that link. It's very important to find that link between you and the heart of the one you are
Great.
addressing.
So knowing part of his background
Yes.
helped you to,
He
build
asked me,
a bridge.
where are you from? He started himself asking, where are you
Great.
from? Who are you?
Great.
So it's a very good,
Great.
important point.
Great. Jazakallah khair. Another,
Yes,
opinion? Yes.
Yeah, I think one of the things that a caller to Allah should have is humbleness. He has to be humble.
Exactly.
For example, if he's talking to مثلا يعني ordinary workers and he's a scholar, a doctor at a university, he doesn't have to show them that he's a doctor. He has to go down to their level. يعني. He doesn't have to use slick words. يعني some of
I
his
see your
jargon.
point.
يعني. Yeah, that's it.
Sure. This we can, add it to the point I mentioned, good conduct, the akhlaq al-hasana, right? To be humble, to humble yourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Another, yes, Brother Ahmed?
When I invite anyone to Islam and want to guide him to Islam, firstly I found a common identification ground between me and him.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I am a Muslim and you are a Christian. We worship Allah and we pray. We common identification
Common
ground.
ground.
Yeah.
Good. Great.
Yes, I have
Mr.
also experienced that. I have a friend that came from Germany,
Mhm.
and we have made a long discussion between each other. And I discussed with him some points in Islam. At the end of the discussion, I said to him, after our discussion now, I respect your words, And then he smiled in front of me and told me, this is my first time to see someone that said to me, I respect your words, especially from Islamic countries. So I agree with my friends that...
So he had a negative impression, huh?
No.
I mean, before.
Yes, before.
He had a bad impression about
Yes.
Muslims in
Yes,
general.
because he explained his ideas, his concepts, and after that, I said to him, I respect all the words you have pronounced. So it was a wonderful experience for me, actually, to respect the other people, even if they're different with you.
Great,
Yes.
great, great. Any other, points that you'd like to mention? Okay, so let me go back to this presentation. Let's go to the second part. Workshop 2, mention 7 keys for winning hearts. Okay, think about 7 other keys for winning hearts. Good. Can you suggest other keys? I would like you and the brothers and sisters who watch us to write down, please. You can participate with me. You can send me an email or send a letter to me. Inshallah, I will see that on the screen. And I would like to have more participation with the brothers here and the viewers there. So before I stop here, I would like to thank all of you and remind myself and remind you about the keys. Very quickly, we got to put them into practice because most of us, generally speaking, Muslims, we know about good conduct, right?
Yes.
Even before that, we know about the importance of salah. But you see how many Muslims don't pray. They know that salah is obligatory. But how many Muslims don't pray? We know that telling a lie is a problem. But how many of us might tend to tell a lie? So we got to put things into what? Practice. Try to practice it. To smile. To say something good to others. Even instead of saying, bring this one, or bring that. Try to use, please, please, give me that. Try to develop this habit in using these keys. I would like to thank all of you. Thanks for our dear viewers. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.